Hey, what's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. It's your favorite track star, Jevon Hutchison, checking in. And what we're going to talk about today is how to count pips. Not only in TradingView, we're going to talk about how to do it in the Money app, okay? Now, these are two apps that I love to use to make money in these markets, okay? And definitely, as you're going through these markets, you want to know how to be safe, right? It's very important that you practice safety inside of these markets because the goal is not to lose money. The goal is to be consistently profitable, and keyword consistently, okay? So definitely that's going to start with understanding risk management. Where do I get in the market? Where do I get out the market? How much money am I risking on any particular trade? What is my risk versus reward? So that's going to start by knowing how to count pips, okay? So I actually don't even want to bore you guys with a bunch of numbers and, well, you got to add this up and you got to subtract that. You got to drop this number. You got to do all of that different stuff. No, this doesn't require much, if any, mathematical skills. If you know how to use your phone, if you know how to zoom in and out, if you know how to do basic things where you take a picture, you can count pips, right? And how does that work? Well, first, take a look at the screen, okay? So you can actually zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. How am I doing that? I'm doing it just the same way you zoom in on a photo on your phone, right? If you've ever zoomed in on a photo, whether it's an iPhone, whether it's an Android, the exact same process works with zooming in the app. Now, we're going to show you how to count pips. So first things first, I want you to know what zone I'm actually looking at. So I'm going to click that brush tool that we talked about in the last video right here at the top. And I'm actually going to drag this out so I can see what I'm looking at. So I want to use the horizontal line. You see that was clicked, and I'm actually just going to drop that right there at the bottom of where the market currently is, okay? And then I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to click horizontal line. I'm going to drop another one. I'm going to pull it up to the top. Now you see that white mark in the middle of the blue line? That's going to show me how I can move it up and down, right? All I do is drag and hold it. Very easy to use. I'm not doing anything rocket science right now, okay? Now, all I do to count pips, you guys ready for it? First things first, I'm going to go back, click that same tool at the top. And now I'm going to come down to the ruler, right? The thing that looks like a ruler, smells like a ruler. It probably is a ruler, guys. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And now I can just click here at the bottom of this line and drag up. And that's going to show me that's about 234 pips from the bottom to the top. It says 235 right there, okay? Now, I like the ruler, but I'm going to show you an even easier way that I personally like because I can keep it moving, right? When I use the ruler, what happens is I drew it one time and now if I tap on the screen, it's gone. So I want to show you guys how to keep it on the screen. Maybe you're working on something. Maybe you want to make sure you calculated it right and you don't want to keep clicking that ruler. So we're actually going to go back, click the paintbrush again. Let's drag it out. And this time, what we're going to click on, let's tap it again. We're going to click on the one that says date and price range, right? Either date and price range or just price range. It's really up to you. They're both going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to tap where the line is, and then I'm going to drag up. Now, so much easier, right? Now, from the bottom to the top, again, about 235 pips from the bottom to the top, right? But this time, when I tap over here, it does not move, right? So if I need to make an adjustment to the thing that I just drew, so let's make sure I'm close to price, right? So now I just want to make sure I'm accurate. I don't want to have to draw that again. I just want to get as close as possible. Now let's tap, zoom out. Let's zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my heart go. All right, perfect, perfect. So I can drag this up. Now I am confident that that line is directly on price, right? So if I needed to move it, as you see, I can move it up and down just like that. And I don't have to worry about going back over there and clicking that arrow every single time, right? So that's very, very valuable. Hope you guys are catching some value right now. Go ahead, drop value in the comment section below if this is making sense. And maybe I'm teaching you something new, okay? Now we're actually gonna make our way over to the Money app. Go ahead, meet me over here, all right? All right, now we're in the Euro USD chart in the Money app. Now what we're going to do is the exact same thing we did over in TradingView. But this time, we're going to use a different tool. Now, you may or may not be familiar with this particular tool, but I'm going to show you today how to count pips without actually having to count on your fingers, without using a calculator, without trying to figure out, well, they said to move my stop loss 20 pips in profit, or they said the stop loss was going to be 30 pips, and I don't know what 30 pips is. I'm going to make that super, super simple. So at the top of the screen, you see a circle, a triangle, and a square. You're just going to tap that. That's going to be objects, okay? And in the objects, you'll have a couple different objects. So first things you'll have, it may or may not be there, but let's just say it's not at the top. You're going to click Add Object. So you're going to get this whole list of different things you can utilize. Definitely feel free to go through all of the different objects and see what they do. But today, we're going to show you how to count pips with one of these objects. You're actually going to select the one that says arrowed line. So I'm going to tap that. And since we're on the same chart in TradingView, all I know is that I'm counting from the bottom of this drop to the top of that wick, okay? So I'm going to tap on my screen once. See the little dot right there, so we can actually zoom in. See the dot? Let's make sure that dot is at the bottom, and then we're going to drag all the way to the top. And let's actually make sure that we get as close to price as possible. So if you look at the top left of the screen, you see it's going to help me get as close as I need to price, okay? Then it's going to zoom out, same way like we did in TradingView, 2 fingers in, 2 fingers out, 2 fingers in, 2 fingers out. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to take this top arrow and I'm going to drag it all the way using that little tool again to make sure I'm at the right spot. Now, one thing I want you guys to notice is that while I'm doing this, at the very top of my screen, look at it. There's some numbers that are moving, right? I want you to pay attention to the number in the middle. It says, right now, it says 45, 46, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, thousands, 2,000, right? We're going all the way to the top right here. Now it says 2,356. So what you're going to do to convert that into pips is drop that last number. So right now, from bottom to the top, we just counted 235 pips. Now, let's take a moment. Let's switch back over to the Money app over in TradingView, and let's count this again. From the bottom, there we go. From the bottom to the top, we have 235 pips. So it's very, very accurate, an easy way to know how many pips you're going for, an easy way to count those pips without trying to figure out numbers, without going through all of this math. People think with trading, you need to be good at math. You need to be good at drawing. Well, if you can tap some things on a screen, if you can use some different objects, we make trading simple. That's really our job, is to make this as easy as possible, right? It's so many different ways to make money in the world, but if you can make money by tapping some buttons on your phone, don't you think that's worth it, right? And we're here to teach you every step of the way. Make sure this is a seamless process. We have so much training available for you guys. And should you want to get started and learn more about exactly what we do, how we do it, and see some of our success stories, go ahead, hit me up on social media. My name is Jevon Hutchison. Find me on Instagram at JevonJamal. That's at JVonJamal, okay? So I'm definitely excited, looking forward to you guys, talking to you more, giving you some more lessons on how to use these different products. But if you want to learn the real sauce, how we're making money with these products, and how you can make money too directly from your cell phone, smartphone, tablet, or computer, right? Again, you don't need a computer, but you can make money from any of those different devices. Go ahead, hit me up. Looking forward to getting connected with you guys. You guys have a great day.